Hi everyone, welcome to Buzz Crimson. My name is Shakib. So in today's video, I'm gonna cover covered calls. I'm gonna teach you how to, what do you need to trade covered calls, how to set them up, what are all the profit scenarios, calculate profit for each of these scenarios, essentially weigh out the pros and cons for writing calls against your short-term, mostly long-term holdings. Okay. I'm going to be using a Google spreadsheet tool like all my other option videos, and then I'll show you some trades, example trades using Robinhood. So yeah, that's how the video will be. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Buzz Crimson. This is what we do. I teach you personal finance and investing topics. If that's something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. If you subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps out the channel a lot. All right, so let's get started. So this is the spreadsheet tool. I will share the link in the video description. So the idea is you own at least 100 shares of certain stock and you're holding on to them for whatever reason. Maybe you're holding on to some SPAC and waiting for a deal announcement. So all you can do is wait, right? Maybe you own dividend stocks. You collect dividend, but aside from that, they're just sitting there. And then you have long-term growth stocks. They're growing, but they're just not growing a lot all the time. I mean, they're going to grow steadily, right? So there's a way to generate income while you're holding on to them, and that is covered call. The difference between a covered call and a naked call is when you sell a naked call, what it means is you don't own the shares. So you're going to put up cash as collateral, at least at the beginning. But then if the call is exercised, and you can have infinite losses, you might have to put up more money. But with a covered call, you own the shares, so it doesn't matter what happens. Your shares are going to be used as collateral. If exercised, you will be forced to sell your shares at the strike price you've chosen. And you'll be good to go. So let's talk about an example. Let's say I own 100 shares of AT&T. AT&T stock is right now at $30, and I purchased them at $28. So all I'm doing is holding on to them and collecting dividend. What I can do is write a call on AT&T with a strike price of, let's say, $32. And maybe I do this every month. What's going to happen is I will collect my premium for that. And I'm confident that AT&T is not going to hit $32 because that's pretty high for AT&T. But let's say AT&T does hit that strike price. What's going to happen is the buyer of the call is going to exercise, and he's going to make me sell my shares of AT&T at $32. So there's two things that will happen in that specific scenario where he exercises. I'm going to be selling the shares at $32, so I'm going to make a $4 profit for each share. And I'm also going to get to keep my premiums. So it'll be $4 plus premium for each shares. That's a win-win in my opinion. And now if the AT&T share never reaches the strike price, then the buyer will not get to exercise. I will get to keep my premiums, and then I will continue writing this call over and over and continue generating income against the shares that I'm holding. That's pretty much it. It's a very simple strategy. I do have the basics of this strategy laid out on the left side. So let's go over a trade. So I've been following the cannabis stocks recently. They're pretty lucrative in my opinion. They're going up really quickly. Or I also you can also do this with a lot of these SPAC shares because you're just holding on to them and waiting for a deal announcement, right? So, and they're pretty volatile, and there's a good bit of demand for it, so you can definitely continue writing calls against them. Let's try APHA. It's a cannabis stock. All right, so current stock price is $18.98. So let's say, I mean, they're going up like $1 or $2 every day. So let's say you purchase them, I don't know, at $17. I mean, I could put $18.98, but let's just put $17 for the example's sake. So I have to decide what price I will be okay selling these shares. So for me, for this stock, if I own these, I would be happy with maybe selling them at like $22. So that would be $5 profit on each of them. All right, so let's go to the option chains. So this is the stock. Go to options. Let's pick at least 2 to 3 weeks. Sorry. Let's go to 26. I'll be okay selling it at 22. So let's pick this one. Sell. So that's how much credit or premium I'll receive to write this call. So let's put that here. Okay, our profit scenarios. The profits are calculated. Here's 2 of them. So first one, the stock rallies and it goes to $22. And if I hold it till expiration and the stock is in the money, the buyer's going to exercise it. What's going to happen is I'm going to end up selling all my shares at $22. So my profit from price appreciation is going to be $5 per share. And then I collected $135 for each share as premium. So overall, 6.35 or $635. That is about 37.35% profit on the shares. Okay, what if stock doesn't go up? It just sits where it is. And what's going to happen is the option is going to expire worthless and I'll get to keep my premium. That's $135. That's about 7.94% off on top of my original cost of buying those 100 shares. And if you think about it, I can do this over and over. And let's say I do it 15 times. And every time the option expire worthless, this would literally cover my original cost of buying these shares. So that's how powerful and profitable your holdings can be if you do it right and choose the strike price that's relatively safe. Now, what if so the con of this, the downside of writing calls is you're essentially giving up potential profit if the stock price continue going up after the strike price by crossing the strike price. But then again, as I said, you have to be okay choosing the strike price, like at what price I will be okay selling my shares, right? So let's say it keeps going up and you're like, I really want to keep my 100 shares. I don't want to sell them even. So what you should do is before the expiration day, you can always close your position by buying the call back. If it's in the money, it's going to cost a little, a decent bit of money. You're going to lose, right? But hey, you're going to get to keep your shares. So you always have the option to get out of a sell call position by buying it back. If it's in the money, it's going to cost a little bit. If it's out of the money, it's probably going to be cheaper to buy it back than the amount of premium you collected. So that's pretty much it for this. And I wanted to show you the profit chart for this specific trade from Option Profit Calculator. As you can see, for this, I set up the trade. You just can't lose. Even if the option gets exercised, you're not going to lose. And if it expires, you're still making money. So it's a no-brainer. Any stock where you own at least 100 shares, write calls and generate profit. I have hundreds of SPAC shares and I'm just writing calls on them and waiting for them because I don't care. I'm one of those investors, like I don't care to hold a SPAC until the SPAC absorbs a company and then that company becomes like $1 billion, $1 trillion. I just don't want to wait for that. I'm a fan of SPACs, but just not that big of a fan that I will wait years and years into that company. So for me, I think about at what price I'll be happy selling my shares, SPAC shares, and sell a call with that kind of strike prices and continue collecting money as premium. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe because I have more videos like these coming. So that is it. Thank you for watching.